God, why? Why me? Why me? Am I not your humble servant? Am I not spiritual enough for you? Am I not the one who is going to have kids and be able to help others buy my kids? Then you tell me, why did you take my daughter from me? Lord, I need you. I can't help it anymore. I know I can't do this on my own. You said I have to repent and say I need you. Well, I'm telling you now. Lord, I need you, okay? I need you, and I'm admitting it. So come on, wherever you are. Aren't you supposed to come down from your throne and help me? Ha! I don't even think you're real anymore. Sure, I'm a pastor and all, but I don't believe you exist anymore. Prove to me you're real. Please, I'm begging you, show me you're real. I need a sign. Show me your truth and take me out of this bondage of sin, of porn, lust, rebellion, anger, hate, even hurt. Lord, I need you. Help me, please. God, I'm sorry. Show me your glory. Show me you're even real. I surrender all that I am and give it to you. This was a skit that I made called Lord Help Me. And what do we learn in that short, small skit? Well, let me tell you. Let me help you understand. It's about a young pastor whose daughter just died. And we can see that he's angry and he is sad and full of bitterness, rebellion, and much, much, much more. And to go on from here, he blamed God for everything. He didn't believe God existed anymore. So then he asked for forgiveness. He admitted he needed help. And that is where it ends. So what is important about this skit, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. He admitted he sinned. He said what he did. And still was doing bad things. And he said he needed a sign. Something to prove that God was real. Now look at what 1 John chapter 4, verse 20 to 21 says. It says this. If anyone says, I love God, yet hates his brother, he is a liar. For anyone who does not love his brother, whom he has seen, cannot love God, whom he has seen. And he has given us this command. Whoever loves God must also love his brother. Okay, now what does this have to do with me, you ask? Well, let me tell you. If you need help and you say, I love God, but you hate your neighbor for letting their dog do business on your lawn and not cleaning it up. And then maybe because you're lying. You cannot love God and also hate your brother. Because how can you say you love God and hate your brother? Meaning people. Now, if you never saw God and you always see your brother, that makes more sense, doesn't it? I mean, how can you love a person whom you never saw, but hate the person you always see? Also, God is a God of love, mercy, compassion, and kindness, and much, much, much more. God will never leave you, nor will he forsake you. Look at Hebrews 13:5. Be content with what you have, because God has said, never will I leave you, and never will I forsake you. Right there it tells us that God will never leave you. Never. He will always be there for you no matter what, waiting for you to turn to him and just say, Father, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I need you. Cleanse me from all unrighteousness. I want to be made well and whole. Now, the word well or wellness means the state of being free from disease or illness. So what does those things have to do with me or you? Well, here's the thing. Jesus said to the leopard man, your faith has made you well. And Jesus says those words to a lot of people he hears, but not all of them. So what is important about well or wellness or wholeness? I don't understand it. Well, it's simple. God may have been saying, now that you have faith, you are made whole. Without faith, you can't please God. You can't do anything. You can feel things you couldn't before, and you never thought you would again. Think, you're a man and you have a disease, a very bad disease. It's called leprosy. Now, leprosy is a very harsh disease. It takes away your feeling of touch, and in time, parts of your body begins to fall off. So, you have this, and you're walking without sandals, but you don't feel if you're cut or anything. This is very bad, because if you got cut badly and you don't see it, then you will bleed to death because you won't treat it because there's no pain. So imagine this feeling. No one in the world wants to get near you. They want the total opposite of that. They want to run away from you as fast as they can. Just imagine that. How would you feel? Lonely, probably, right? I know I would. Right. So if you imagine that, then think the leopard saw Jesus and said, look, it's Jesus. There's friends behind him. It's Jesus. Did you hear what kind of miracles he did? Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear? Maybe if we can get close enough, we could get healed. Now let's imagine your best friend now says, no, let's ask him, Jesus, have pity on us. So Jesus loved them and saw them, told them to go and show themselves to the high priest. And I love how a friend of mine, Mr. Angel, did it in this skit. He said this. He was the one man that was a leper. Ouch! I could feel again. I thought I stepped on a rock. Now at this point, the leper saw he was healed. He turned around and went to Jesus and fell at his feet and thanked him. Then Jesus said, where's the other 9? Were there not 10? And he said to the man, get up. Your faith has made you well. Now, Jesus didn't mean clean, because clean means pure. And nobody can be pure of disease, right? And healed means no more disease. But there's always a chance of getting the same disease, right? So it can't be that. But well or wellness, free from, and also I believe what Mr. Angel said is awesome, which is when God said, well, I believed he means whole. Now the man with the faith, he was made whole, or in other words, new, a new creation, born again, forgiven. God never leaves us, ever. Not even when we have the worst disease in the whole world and can't survive at all. He is there. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for God is with me. That was in Psalms 23. Jesus, never will I leave you, not for anything, not even when you die. Because when you die, if you repent and you ask Jesus to come into your life to forgive you, then you will be with him in heaven. Then you will be with God for all eternity. Even then, you're not forsaken.